Hey bitches, this is my VR response to Simon from the Hermit's Cave about my favorite Oracle decks. And as I'm saying this, I'm literally thinking, where the fuck did I put him? This is how much of a mess I am. But it doesn't matter because I have the first one here. One of my faves, and this is so funny because I don't really use my faves a lot on my page because I have so many decks, so I like to show a little bit of variety. But the Coastal Curiosities by Lennox Reese is completely fabulous. She's also a really cool chick. She has a Kickstarter coming out. Her Kickstarter deck is coming out soon. At least the printing is done, so that's going to be dope as hell. What I love about this, Lennox is such a fucking good graphic designer, and the guidebook just looks like a total dream. All right, so why this is a really fun, usable Oracle deck is because it has really good usable keywords, as you can see, but it also has sort of this vibe of, I don't know, a weird vibe where it's not too on the nose. So the symbolism in the cards together with that weird keyword kind of makes you think, and I just really love it, and I really adore it, and I think it's really special. And I love that she created this before she created the tarot deck, and this is such a favorite of mine. Let's see if we can find some of my favorite cards. I mean, they're all favorites, but I think it's really, really, really cute. Oh, I love this Whisper card. Just such a special little card. So many imagery that's very recognizable to me. I wonder if we already passed my absolute favorite. We might as well have, because, you know, let's quickly find it, because I have, this is my absolute favorite. This is my favorite card, the Timid card. There's also this really cool set of washi tape that you can get, that you can kind of use to put the stickers of, you kind of use it as stickers, and you can put it in your journal. I have those as well. This is just a dope as hell deck, and I really, really recommend you get it. Because it's, it's simple, it's really usable, it's kind of surprising, and it's pretty dope. My favorites may or may not change depending on my mood, so, Also, I try to have a good mix of indie and mass market in here, so it's accessible to everyone. Lennox's deck is an indie deck, so I think it might only be fair to make the next one a mass market one. This one's fairly new, and it became such an instant favorite of mine, the Weird Sisters Oracle. It's just ever so special. This has everything in it. The Weird Sisters spell deck, I think it's called. A deck of spells and rituals. It's really, really, really cool. This has really usable keywords. It's usable straight out of the box. But then there's also all these rituals, candles. There's a major arcana type of vibe going on as well, and it's just, there's tools, it's a very complete deck, and it has a really interesting little structure and system going for it that really makes my heart sing. As an Oracle deck creator, even if this art style is this folksy art style might not be for you, I'm not always into this, but I really love this. I did really dislike the tarot deck she did, but I love this. And there's just a lot going on in this deck that I absolutely adore. I think it's absolutely adorable. Once again, as a deck creator, this is what I kind of get a kick out of, when a creator, I don't know, sort of gets it and creates this cool system of her very own. Now, what I do a lot with this deck is I will pull cards until I find the first Weird Sister in the deck. Maybe we'll find one. Sometimes this is one. They tend to sort of stick together, which is kind of funny. And then we get a what is unfolding. So that's kind of the question, what is unfolding in my life right now? And we get cosmic consciousness. So that's pretty interesting. So what is unfolding right now? My cosmic consciousness is unfolding. So we're becoming a little bit more conscious, and we're becoming a little bit more widely conscious. So that's really interesting. And that's kind of how I use it. Once again, this is not a flip through video. So if you want to see all the cards, go look up a flip through. This is just me chit-chatting about decks that I deem like superior. And once again, this is quite a new addition, which may sound weird to some of y'all, but I just really, really, really love this. So my next one is an indie one, which I got specifically to pair with the Weird Sisters deck. And that's the Vessel Oracle by, what's her name again? Mary Evans. This is really folksy, really cute. I love the box. My printer printed this. Kind of a shame that Mary Evans she's kind of the old school of indie deck production, so the card quality is a little bit meh, but this is just a really interesting, very usable deck of good keywords with cute art. And sometimes that is all you really need. We don't always need to have complete systems. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. I think this is a fabulously made little deck. I love that I have it. It goes very well with the Weird Sisters Oracle. And for every Weird Sisters card that I pull, I will pull like 2 or 3 of these. So for example, that Cosmic Consciousness is unfolding, which may be kind of an abstract subject for some, at least for me it is. Fucking hell, what the fuck is that, you know? What's cosmic consciousness? So, you know, I would ask this deck, so what do we mean by that? You know, I can imagine, you know, my consciousness unfolding, but my cosmic consciousness, what the hell do we mean? It's a little bit vague, it's a little bit weird. Please explain this to me, Vessel Oracle. And the Vessel Oracle has to say that there's a new beginning going on when it comes to romance. Ooh, that's interesting. And we're going to be taking it back to our childhood as well. So that's really, really interesting stuff that's going to be coming up for me. And I love the way this Vessel Oracle displays that information. The illustrations are really clever, and I love it. I think it's really, really special. Dope as hell. Up next, I was like, do I include a deck of my own? Am I allowed to? And I felt like I was. I feel like it's not necessarily narcissistic. I love this deck. I made it with so much love. It's the most carefree I've ever made a deck. So this is the Sacred Fool Oracle plus the expansion pack. I think it's stunning. I think it's highly special. I think it looks really good. It was just an art experiment for me. I was like, can I make a deck like that? And I can. And this is all public domain imagery that everyone and anyone can use. And I just absolutely adore it. I think it's really, really special. In the expansion pack, there is some women in there as well, which is, you know, a change for me. And you know what's so cool about working with stock photos? You can add inclusivity so much easier, so much fun. I love this Hermes card. That's so special. It's just one of my favorite decks that I made. And, you know, it was such a free flow process. There was not a thing going on with, like, no system or me thinking about what to put in there. Or it was just looking at cool images that triggered something in me and manipulating them and creating something super dope with them. That's exactly what I did. And it's one of my favorite decks. Like, it's so cool. You can get it on my Make Playing cards. It's not expensive either. I always love putting budget-friendly options there because I have it in this expensive-ass tin. You can get it like that as well. But it's way cheaper to get it, you know, as the budget-friendly option. It's so funny looking back on this now. Maybe there are some cards in here that may look a little bit derpy, but I just think it really works very well. let me pull a card from the base set for you, for me, for the collective. Let's see what the Sacred Fool Oracle deck has going on for us as a collective. Like, honestly, this deck could be like published in the mass market right now, especially combined with the expansion pack. Like, it would be such a dope little deck to just release, you know. Publishers, if you're watching, I have this ready for you. Everything's done. Ooh, so this is really cool. We got the Bloom card, and I love him. And this means that it's time to nurture ourselves, but also that it takes time for us to expand. So we need to be a little bit more patient. Love that. So yeah, this it's a pretty dope deck. The Sacred Fool Oracle, not a really special concept behind it, but just a deck that for some reason works really well. I think we really are underestimating the power of words and the power of good keywords and good key concepts. So this deck definitely has that. And I also found out just now that I forgot a deck, and I don't know if I can find it quickly. Yes, I can. So this one, it's a mass market one, the Star Temple Oracle by Susie Cherub. Susie sort of started as an admirer of hers and her work, and we kind of became friends. And this is another one of those decks where I kind of expected this weird channeled Star City vibe, but it is totally a, you know, well-researched deck where she took her time to delve into the subject, and it's just really dope. And it has great key concept, great keyword, even a little phrase. I use this deck a ton. Like, I probably use this deck for client readings exclusively for about a year. Like, honestly, like every other, not every reading, because you could book a tarot or an oracle reading with me. Every oracle card reading, I would use this. It was like such a great deck. It still is. And I love Lila's art. Lila Savoylanen. Look at that card. She has improved tremendously, like artistry wise, but there's something about the rawness in this little deck right here that I just really appreciate. This is my favorite card. Hi, Sexy Sky Daddy. It's just a really well-constructed deck, and I love having well-constructed decks from the mass market sphere in my life. Which means that I'm gonna leave one deck out. This one is, surprisingly enough, indie. I've talked about this a lot, Return of Spirit. It's another deck by Cheryl Lee Harnish, where it's just really cool, funky, groovy art, computer art, so to speak, with usable, sometimes weird, but usable keywords in there. This is not just random computer blobs. Like, a meaning is being conveyed through the art. But this is just a really special deck to me that I came in contact with very early on in my deck collecting period, because of a friend of mine. And I was like, this is special AF, and I have to have this. And it's just a really special deck, and it's literally a soul deck of mine. I have a pretty big Pride tarot reading event coming up. I could totally bring this with me, although I think people are going to want to pull tarot cards. So I may as well bring my St. Jinx. Or maybe not. But anyways, this is just, it's a soul deck. It really is. Like, I could not imagine myself not having this. So yeah, it's one of my favorites. Let's see. Let's jump from mass market to indie. I've shown this 20,000 times. The Threads of Fate Oracle. The Shadow Edition, it's fab. I'm going to show a couple of cards. This is one of those first indie oracles that had like a legit system to it. And it's stunning, and the cardstock is perfect, just the way I like it, and the gold foiling and the line art is perfect, and the edges are perfect, and people like to sort of put this deck down as fluff, when in fact it's really, really, really well written. This also has sort of a system, sort of a major arcana thing going on, an elemental thing going on. It's just a fab deck. Really, really, really cool. The guidebook's really good, but it's very usable to me outside of that as well. I kind of want to pull a card. Like, you know what's so funny, guys? Like, most of you might already know that I love Oracle decks a little bit more than Tarot, because Tarot is Tarot, and Oracle is different every time. And the experience that this brings is just so fucking amazing. And I don't know. This was the first indie deck, together with the Luminous Void Tarot, that I ever bought, and it set the bar high AF, honestly. So yeah, let's just pull a cute little card from this. I'm kind of on a time crunch, so because there could be a knock on the door, and if that knock comes, I'm going to have to cut this video short. We got this card. It's time to take some risk. I'm getting, like, fun messages for the collective aside. I'm getting lots of messages from me, which I cannot share with you guys, but yeah, let's just say it has something to do with hoeing it up and it being Pride season. The Teen Angel Oracle cards. I'm not a teen, nor am I an angel, but I kind of got this deck for funsies in London with Martin, and it was just such a hit, such a complete hit. I love it. I think the illustrations are gorgeous. I think the keywords are really usable. It's not necessarily a teen deck. Some of the keywords are a little bit teeny sometimes, but not necessarily. I think this is a fabulous Oracle card deck for anyone who's kind of interested in angels and kind of interested in card reading and wants to begin. This is hands down my favorite angel deck that I own. No, well, not necessarily. I have a lot of them that I like, and they all sort of serve a different purpose. I just love Crystal Fun. That's kind of cringy, isn't it? But I just love this deck. It's so good. Miki Okuda's art is so special. Oh man, I just want to live inside that woman's brain, honestly. If you love this as well, get it. It's fabulous. Another indie effort, which I adore, the Nuragic Moon Oracle. Another one that I got in London, probably one of my best purchases ever. I love the antique matte silver gilding on this deck. Thinking about maybe getting that gilding for my next deck as well. This is a small Oracle card deck. It has 23 cards, but it's one for each full moon and one for each new moon. And it's stunning. It's based on Sardinian folk magic, folk practice. There's a tarot deck on the way, which fucking hell, I'm totally getting. And it's just really fucking special. It's so fucking special, honestly. I love it. I got it on a whim. I initially wanted to back the Kickstarter, but didn't really get the concept behind it back then. But this is like one of my all-time favorites, and it's just so good. I love the graphics, I love the art, I love the keywords, I love the vibe of it. It's everything. So, you know, and once again, it's, you know, it's kind of funny, isn't it? Like, once again, sometimes it's very usable, and we just love usability over here in this household, you know? Ones that I have been showing a lot lately are the Inner Compass cards. There's a full review for the Inner Compass Love cards on my channel. This one I haven't really done yet, but I will quickly show it to you guys. This is by a Dutch woman. She's fab. And this deck is just extremely usable, has really usable keywords. I'm not going to be showing them all, It has that minimal art. It's very chic. It's on really good cardstock. They look really cool. They're very usable. It has this very raw collage. This one has more of a collage-y feel to it sometimes as well. Very raw, very tribal. I could see this deck working very well with the Fountain Tarot. But this is great on its own as well. You know, like, it's another all-rounder. This has a fabulous system as well. It's just really, really good. And so are the love cards. So, interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. And I don't know, I got the love cards from my dad for my birthday, and I just instantly fell in love with them. They're so good. Like, they're really usable. Once again, but not too on the nose all the time. There are some weird keywords in here that are interesting, you know, like goddamn. I love that. And, you know, it's just, it has all kinds of things. It has archetypes, it has events, it has places, it has emotions, it has it all. So, it's just really, really cool. I did not know that the lady who's credited as the author just wrote the guidebook. The art was done with someone else, but it's just still really, really dope set. Both of them, I like both of them equally, so I couldn't pick. So that means we had one, because I'm counting those as one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 decks. 10 of my favorite Oracle decks right now. It may change in the future, but this is my favorite Oracle decks for at least the first and second half, probably, of, well, let's say the first half of 2024. Thank you for watching, and bye, bitches.